Okay, welcome back. There's a couple things we need to clear up before we actually get into the homework. So this is today's homework assignment. I apologize for all that. That's better. The big thing, and I mentioned this briefly in the video, is that we have to have y by itself and on the left to properly shade these, okay? And for the first four problems, you can kind of fudge your way around it because you'll notice we've got one graph that has a solid line shade above, one graph that's dotted shade below, one that's dotted shade above, one that's solid shade below. So there's enough information here, 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 and here where we can match them based on just their inequality signs, right? Which one of these is dotted shade below, solid shade below, and so on. But you'll notice that all except for number 2 are written in such a way where they're not in slope-intercept form, basically. We don't have y by itself on the left. That's interesting. Number 5 is apparently already done for you. We'll see if I can fix that. But anyway, with these ones, y is not by itself. And so with y not being by itself, it becomes a lot harder to graph. These are already graphed for you, though. And most importantly, just like we need the variable on the left when we're doing one variable inequality. So if we have something like, x is greater than 4, if we graph that, we want to make sure the x is on the left because then we can follow the arrow. Same thing, we want y is greater than 4x plus 3 because that allows us to do the same kind of, hey, here I shade to the right because the arrow's pointing to the right. Here I shade above because it's greater than, okay? And this is what we were talking about in the last video. So the only one where this is going to become a problem is number 9, because you'll notice on number 9, it's not graphed for you. You have to graph it, and you have to, get x or y by itself to make sure that we know this isn't going to change, right? Because sometimes, that has to get flipped around, right? We've talked about that throughout the rest of chapter 5. So what we need to do with a problem like number 9, and I guess I'm just going to kind of walk you through it, is we're going to say y, actually let's do it over here, y plus x is greater than 3, just rewriting it, and then I'm going to subtract x from both sides, right, which we've done throughout the year, okay, and then we have y is greater than 3 minus x, or even better, y is greater than negative x plus 3. Either of these will work, right? Either of these show me that my y-intercept is 3, my slope is negative 1. And right from there, I'm good to start graphing. Now, if this is a lot for us, you can still, of course, use your calculator. Type in y equals negative x plus 3, or y equals 3 minus x, and then you can get the points you need from the table. So if you'll give me just half a second here, I can show you what that looks like. One moment. And there we go. I can go into y equals, and it would just be y equals, you can do 3 minus x or the negative x plus 3, all give you the same. You can graph it and see kind of what it looks like. You can see where your y-intercept and x-intercept is pretty easily, both at 3 and 3. But even cooler is we can come to the table, scroll down, find some nice easy points. Hey, here's 0, 3. Hey, here's 3, 0. 1, 2, 2, 1. We can just plot those points and then connect your dots to make your line. Then, of course, after you've done that, so let's say we've got, a point here and a point here. And we're going to connect those dots, but it's going to be a dotted line. Tick, 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 tick. And then since it's greater than, I'm going to shade above. And that problem's done. Okay, so that's what we're doing in the majority of this homework, right? 5 will fix that so that it's the correct, and you can actually take a crack at it, but you'll see that's the horizontal line, so it'll look like that. And then, the rest of these are already set equal to y, but this one I kind of have done for you, so you can see, oh yeah, look, just subtract x from both sides. Okay? And then up here, you can do that same process to get these all equal to y, but again, you don't really need to because it's a matching multiple choice, and each one's different. So you've got one less than, which one of these looks like a less than? And I promise it will work because the y is on the left on each time. Even though it's not by itself, I'm telling you that one will work out fine. So match the inequalities up here, graph down here, use your calculator if you need to, or you can plot the y-intercept, count the slope like we did in chapter 4. Yeah, if we didn't check before. All right. Love you guys. Let me know if you need help.